I know someone whose face was predicted to be enjoying the luxuries of life. In the end, the person became a beggar. Your palm will never tell you that you'll be poor in the future, but it tells you your behavior, those things you believe, how you process information, and your palm. They are found on your face as well.
Oh, okay.
So if changes are not made by you, you will surely become what you have been predicted to be.
Happy New Year to everyone. May the year 2024 bring nothing but congratulatory messages upon you and your family. May your home know peace this year. On today's episode on One-on-One Show with Dr. Paakwesi, the African philosopher, we bring to the table facial reading or face reading, where the features of your face or on your face, your eyes, your mouth, your nose could show your behavior. My name is Jennifer Yaira. Just grab a pen and a paper as we take you through. I'm here with Dr. Paakwesi, the African philosopher. Dr. Paakwesi, the African philosopher, you are welcome to today's episode.
Thank you, Era.
This is the first episode of the year. What do you have to say to the people?
Oh, what I will say to the people is we thank God for His guidance and protection. He's guided us, He's protected us, despite those unfortunate events that occurred to us. Some we heard on the radio, some we saw on the television, even some in front or before our own eyes. But none of these affected us. So we greatly thank Him for His profound protection and guidance that He has led us into the dawn of this new year. That's what I will say. And we thank our viewers for the data they wasted and their time and energy. They watched what we taught them and how they went to the greatest extent of practicing what we taught them. Actually, we have a group where some people ask essential questions about some of the things we say here, and we get time to answer them. All these questions and answers came about because they wasted much of their monies in buying data to seek truth via our platform. So we thank them so much for all these efforts.
Okay. Is there a WhatsApp platform or something?
Yes, WhatsApp platform.
Okay.
So any question one asks on YouTube, which is unanswered, can be asked or diverted to the WhatsApp platform and it is answered.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Okay, today's topic is facial reading or face reading. I learned some people have this type of eyes, type of face, features. They said the arrangement of the face. I don't know. I thought we have one face, not like we look alike, but then just one face. So in layman's language or simplify, explain what facial reading means.
Okay. When we say face reading, face reading is considered in psychology as an unscientific way of acquiring knowledge. In the ancient times, our ancestors gathered a lot of experiences from many other disciplines: astrology, numerology, palmistry, physiognomy, which we will talk about today. But in a layman's language, I'll not call it physiognomy. I'll call it face reading. It talks about the structure of the human face, the structure of animal faces, the elements of the face, or the nature of the face. Talks about the geometry of the eyes, geometry of the nose, geometry of the ears. Geometry simply means the physical shape or structure of any of the parts of the bodies, which our ancestors taught to talk about human behavior. The nature or the size of the nose, the size of the ears, the shape of the ears, the eyes, the mouth, even the tongue, the neck,
Okay.
the lines on the forehead, etc., can tell us about someone's behavior. And indeed, it was true. This topic, many professors and emerituses from this standpoint have talked about it. How the face and the shape of the eyes, the shape of the ears, and etc. are able to talk about human behavior. These were gathered through their own experiences, what people did in the past. Criminals, philosophers, magicians, mages and sages, sorcerers, politicians, statesmen, etc. All these people were carefully studied and their facial lines were carefully studied. They gathered some data on them, and similarity of such behaviors made them conclude that such facial features or gesticulations clearly showed the behaviors they exhibited right in front of their eyes. So they studied repetitions of such lines or shapes of our faces, our mouth, and they gathered comprehensive information about them. They were able to tell you how someone behaved. It was, or it is used even today. Okay. It was used and it is used today in India and some of these ancient countries with powerful relics like Egypt. Mm-hmm. Today, when you are applying for a job, you are asked to bring your
CV.
Yeah, not necessarily CV, like your passport picture.
Yeah.
The photo.
Yes.
Before one is being given a high position. Your face is being looked at by people that are astute in the field. And they are able to know that, oh, this person has much eyebrows, or let me say a desertry eyebrow. And if I use the word desertry, I mean that only a few or little eyebrows can tell you how emotional you are. But I have come to also carefully study and have gone deeper to know how these facial features and parts and shapes tell more about human behavior. I am a critic by nature, but this is undisputable. In fact, they made a great step for us. And here we are, having come to deduce or make inferences of the experiences they had and observations they made, etc. We have come to the world today to give much information about the first steps that they took, and they are giving the second steps. Later in the future, in the distant future, our progeny will also come to give much information about what I'm going to talk about as our ancestors talked about. Okay. That's it.
So before we come to the features of the face and explain them, I want to ask this simple question. They said human beings were born out of animals. Is it true?
Yes, it's evolution. I cannot tell you that human beings came out of a rabbit or a bird. But from my experience, okay, both physical and the other side, I know that human beings emanated from aliens, extraterrestrial beings from other planets and other dimensions. Some of them were humanoid. For example, the Romadians. Romadians are known as grey aliens today.
Okay.
Human beings came out of them. And it wasn't by chance, as Charles Darwin said. No. But it happened intentionally. It was planned. We were intentionally made by such aliens, and we bear resemblance to some of their features. Even our brain, even the neurons of our brain, the gray matter of our brain matches the head size or shape of the shape, not size, head shape of those gray aliens. You see that the head of our nerve or neuron, known as we have the dendrites. we have the cell body, and the shape of the cell body is circular. It looks exactly like the eyes of the grey aliens. Yes. We have the axons. That's the neck and the rest of the body parts of the aliens. Also bears resemblance to the shape of our neurons. And we have the other parts also. So human beings didn't come by accident.
Okay.
We were genetically engineered by these aliens who were and are and will be highly technologically and spiritually advanced, that use or live in different timelines and can enter into our sphere anytime through a portal, a shortcut that can transport you to another plane or planet within a short time, even less than a second, because they travel with the speed of light.
Okay.
So such aliens made us. So we will say that human beings are humans.
They are human.
We have nice faces, nice hands and feet.
But then someone can just say, okay, this person is having a cat eye, has a lion face, like those words. So
It is a relativity.
okay.
Yeah. The aliens have different forms, and we have different species even with those that have the same forms. Some have cat-like faces.
Okay.
The rightful word is feline faces.
Feline.
F-E-L-I-N-E.
Okay.
Some human beings whose faces look like lions or cat-like. It's known as feline faces.
Feline. And people look like birds too.
Birds, yes. Some look like pigs.
Hmm.
Some look like kangaroos, etc. Yes. So every human being's face has some little bit look-alike or resemblance to an animal. Yes.
So what do I look like?
Oh, I will not tell you. Otherwise, people will name you on social media.
Okay.
So that's why we say that human beings look like animals. We
Okay.
came from animals.
Okay.
And many books have been written and much conspiracy theories have been placed out there as human beings came out of Homo erectus or the gorilla, the chimpanzees, like the theories of the natural selection, the theories of many theories.
Okay.
Yes.
Why do animals, like species of animals, have the same faces? Like cats, they have one face. Lions,
No,
one
they have
face.
different faces. Their
Really?
faces don't look similar. Yes. Watch carefully. Yes. Some cats have bigger faces in size, some smaller. Some of the cat's eyes look like the Chinese. Some cat's eyes look round.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some have bigger noses, some smaller.
Ah.
That is why some like food than others. Later, we will come to talk about the date of birth of animals. How some cats behave when they are being born in some seasons or some times of the year. We have some goats that are
Goats.
born under the sign of Sagittarius, yes. We have some cats, Sagittarius. We have some pigs, Sagittarius. Yeah. All those species born under some signs have different behaviors. That is why some cats don't like you. Some cats hate to play with humans. They are always serious. When they see you, they run away. Some cats, they are very clingy by nature. They will always come to you and smear their bodies around you. They're moving around.
Scratching you.
Yeah. Some are foodians. Some don't like food. Yeah. Even dogs. Some are friendly. Some are not. Someone will say that, oh, when you train a dog, it will like you. If you train a dog to become wild, it will be. But its behavior towards you will be friendly. But as you've trained it to be wild towards strangers, etc., or to behave in a particular way towards, in response to a color,
Okay.
it will be. Yet, its real behavior towards you will be exhibited based on the fact that it is born under a specific star sign or sun sign or moon sign.
Okay.
So it is there, different faces.
Okay.
So study them. Some cats are ugly and some are beautiful.
Wow.
Yes.
I'm yet to observe, honestly. Okay, so let's come to the features of the face. Let's start by the skull and the eyes. So when I mention maybe the skull, you tell us the rich skulls, those who will be rich in the future, those who have good relationship, like everything business and everything good. And their positive, negative sides too. So let's go to the skulls.
Let me tell you something. The faces
Okay.
hardly predicts one's future,
Really?
but it tells you the behavior of such person. Maybe how deep or how light the eyes are. Some have protruding eyes. Some have sunken eyes. Some have protruding cheeks. Some have sunken cheeks or chins. Their repetitive behavior in response to a phenomena, external phenomena, will tell you that this person will be this in future.
Okay.
But the lines will never tell you that such person is poor or will become a pauper in future. No.
I've seen it somewhere
I know
before.
that someone is a womanizer. So the person must be warned. If you don't stop womanizing, you get gonorrhea. You get HIV.
Okay.
You'll be poor because the amount of money you should be using to invest will be spent on someone's daughter. Just like that. So with this, it clearly tells you that this person will be poor. But the face will never tell you that such person is poor. No.
I saw it somewhere that some people are having rich faces.
It's not true. I know someone whose face was predicted to be will be enjoying the luxuries of life. In the end, the person became a beggar.
Oh, poor him.
Your palm will never tell you that you'll be poor in the future, but it tells you your behavior. Those things you believe, how you process information, and your palm, they are found on your face as well.
Oh, okay.
So if changes are not made by you, you will surely become what you have been predicted to be.
Okay. Okay, so
That's
that's fine. Let's come to the behaviors. Those who are drug addicts, how does their face look, their skull look like or something?
There are 4 types of faces.
Okay.
When you use the word skull, the layperson outside there will not understand.
Okay.
But we will use simple languages, not high balancings in the discipline that will boggle the mind of the laypersons out there. So we have a square face. A square face is known as earth face.
The earth face.
Earth face.
Okay.
We have a triangular face. You see some people, the upper part of their head is, let me say, narrow.
They are called Intiamwa.
And their jaw, their jaw is wider. The jaw is wider. Some people have a dog-like face.
Okay.
We call it a lower triangular face.
Okay.
You see the atankwa. The atankwa or the temples of the faces are broader. But getting to their jaw, you will see it to be narrow. Some people have rectangular faces.
Okay.
Long face, like a matches box.
Hey.
Like this, sharpener.
Okay.
This is rectangular. They have such faces. Some have round faces. This is a one-dimensional projection. If you come to stand by the side, that's the end part of the person's body. Look at the forehead. Or, the forehead may be round. Some will be having a balanced forehead. Like mine. Mine is a balanced forehead. One is here and the other is there.
So it's balanced.
Some have slopey foreheads. It slopes like this, backwards when you stand on the side.
Nkrumah.
But when you are standing, Nkrumah has a round forehead.
But doesn't have hair here. It's here.
That one, you are talking about the hairline. It's
Okay.
different.
Okay.
Someone may have a slopey forehead, but the hairline will be just farther from the face.
Oh, okay.
And some with a rectangular or triangular, let me say, square faces. Some have higher jaw lines or jaws. Some don't have higher jaws. So we have earth faces, fire faces,
Okay.
air faces,
Okay.
and fairy or fire faces.
Okay.
For example, people with a square face are those who are physically strong
Oh, okay.
and who do laborious work or
Square
activities.
faces.
Yes.
And that's the earth. Okay.
So go to some places and see those that have been lifting heavy objects. They are having strong jaws and their faces are square nature.
How does the square face actually look like?
It is earthly, and earth is the strongest in strength,
Okay.
even than the fire.
I've not noticed. I thought human beings are just having round faces.
Round face is known as airy face,
Yeah.
and triangular faces are fairy.
Okay.
So we have different types of faces.
And rectangular.
Rectangular,
Water.
they are bossy by nature.
Okay.
People with long faces like the sharpener are bossy by nature. How? Our ancient carefully studied some shapes of objects, the functions of those objects, and they related the functions of those objects to the face of the person, and they had it correct. It exhibited rightfully in the behavior of the person or the attitude of the person.
Okay.
For example, look at the door. The door is rectangular by nature. What is the function of the door? When you are entering your room, you pass through it. When you are coming out of your room or from your room, you pass through it. They have become the bosses or the guardians of your own room. So, see such persons around. You will find them in higher places, holding higher echelons or positions in offices. If such person is within the same community, a church as a community, home as a community, school as a community, or whatever, they will be looking for positions.
Okay.
They want to be made the primus inter pares within wherever domicile they will be found. I have such people within my church or temple. They are bossy. They want to be made the bosses and the superiors wherever they are to execute command and control over the people around them. Yes.
That's how they are.
That's how they are.
The rectangular faces.
Anything you want to do, they must be attended to first. Permission must be sought from them first before you do it.
Okay.
They are naturally nosy. You can never pass through anywhere. You cannot pass through the roof before you enter your room. You have to pass through the door. And the door shape is rectangular. So whatever thing you do, you have to pass through them. You have been made the bosses.
Okay.
So there's a saying that you cannot do anything without the knowledge of the door. If you are found in your room, only the door knows when you entered your room.
Yes, it's true.
And only the door knows when you came out of your room. The shape of your curtains is also rectangular. Yes. So I'll tell you that such people, no, let me rest my case over there.
Such
Otherwise,
people,
the public will get all the information.
Okay, let's go to the triangular faces.
The triangular faces
Okay.
are known as fairy faces.
That's the fire.
Fire.
Okay.
Because, let your fire and see. When it is burning, you see that the upper part of the fire is narrow from the lower.
Eh.
So our ancestors gave it fiery faces.
Okay.
It's known as the bragging faces.
Okay, so let's talk about the face. Do we have types of face?
Yes. Ancient philosophers
Okay.
apportioned the faces into 4 classes
Okay.
in relation to the 4 classical elements of nature.
Okay.
We have the earth face.
Okay. Earth faces.
Earth face.
1.
You have the fire face,
2.
air face,
3.
and water face.
4. Okay.
So fire, air, earth, water.
Yes.
So such faces are known as elemental faces.
Okay.
Elemental faces. They are the main classes.
Okay.
But when we should delve more into each, there are about hundreds of them. Yes, appertain to each
Of this classical face.
classical faces.
Okay.
But we are dealing with the general
Okay.
classes so that the lay person out there will easily understand what we are talking about. So we have earth, air,
Okay.
fire,
And water. Okay.
Our ancients noticed something in nature. The functions of such things was regarded as its behavior. Types of faces: earth, air, fire, water. But what they used as basis in dividing or apportioning these elemental faces is geometry.
Geometry. Okay.
Geometry simply is related to shapes of objects.
Okay.
So, earth has its own shape.
Okay.
Fire has its own shape, one-dimensional all.
Okay.
Air has its shape,
And
water has its shape. These shapes, when you look around you, there are many things around you with shapes. Some triangular, some rectangular, some circular, etc. The functions of such shapes you see outside of you was considered to be the behavior of such object. So if I have a rectangular face, the function of that object outside of me,
which is rectangular,
is related to my behavioral characteristics.
Wow.
Yes, it is simple.
Okay.
What the lay person will understand. Example. You let me mention the types of faces first, so that we come there later. We have a square face.
Square face.
It's known as the earth face.
The earth face.
2, we have the fiery or fire face. The fire face are those with narrow head top and wider jaw. So the lower part of the person's head is wider and the upper part is narrower. It's known as the triangular head. It's related to fire. Why? When you lit a fire right now, you see that from the bottom of the fire is bigger, but getting to the tip of the flame, it becomes narrow. So our ancient named it after triangle.
Okay.
So every triangle you see is fire.
Okay.
We have the watery faces.
Okay.
It is the opposite of the fire face. How? When you put a water into a container and you decide to pour it, towards the ground. While it is flowing, from the tip of the cup, it will be bigger, but getting to the lower, it will narrow.
Okay.
So we call it the lower triangular face. It looks like the head of the dog. Here we call it tankwa. Say tankwa. Aha. So this part is wider and the jaw becomes narrower. It's the opposite of the fire.
Okay, the triangle.
Thank you.
Okay. And that's the water.
That's the water.
Water face. Okay.
Water faces. And we have the air. Air moves in a spiral form. Let me use that word. Spiral motion of air. So when you see the symbol of air in higher esoteric wisdom, when you see a spiral like this, or air, the spiral is used to represent air, or the element of air. So people with circular faces are known as airy souls.
Oh, okay.
It is circular by
Earth.
nature.
Okay, so triangle is earth. No, square is rather earth.
Square is earth.
Then triangle, fire. Then lower triangle is water. Then the round one is air.
Thank you.
Okay, that's fine.
You see?
Yes.
That's how it is. So looking at the shapes in connection to the elements of nature, we are now going to mention them one by one and look at some objects we see outside of us, the functions of such object. The functions of the object is its behavior. So when we look at the shape of the person's head or face, it is considered as the person's behavior is the function of its face. Like that external object, we are citing example in connection to the face.
Okay.
Give me one example. Give me one of the elements or one of the shapes.
Okay, let's say square.
Square.
That's the earth.
Earth.
Okay.
Square is the earth face.
Okay.
When you look at the table, it has a flat top, but it is square. We place heavy object or put heavy objects on tables. The table is grounded. No matter how hot, how cold, or whatever, the table is able to hold it. So we consider the function of the table to be in its behavior. Like, it is used for something practical. Go to our laboratories. The tables we use for our experiment are square in shape, one-dimensional. Square people are strong. They do laborious work or tasks, lifting heavy objects, doing hectic tasks around them, always. When you are a human resource manager and you are employing others, make sure that if there is one area of your work that deals with lifting heavy objects, maybe you don't have any machine, yours is not capital intensive, but labor. You may have to employ people with a square face or square faces for them to be able to lift those heavy objects and do those laborious tasks. In connection to astrology, all the earth signs are square by nature. All earth signs are practical by nature. Example, Taurus is a sign that deals with those that do laborious work. When you see them in offices, they do cleaning, they do all those laborious tasks around you, deals with pushing of tables, lifting, mobbing here, going here, doing this, jumping or whatever.
So they do laborious works.
Do laborious tasks, my dear.
Cleaning, mopping. Okay.
Wherever they go, that's what they do. The most difficult part of the job is where they do. So you have to employ them in your shop floor and see to it that on the hands job, they are doing it.
They can deliver very well.
They are practical by nature.
Okay.
And they are slow to respond to change.
Okay.
It deals with resistance. It deals with stability. Slow to transform or slow to transit from one state to the next.
Wow.
Yes.
Those with the square faces.
Square faces. So look around you. Wherever you go, look at anyone, whether your mother, your father, your brother, your friend, whoever. Such people will be doing those hectic or laborious tasks. Look at their faces, you see them having square faces. Yes, it is of them, and it will forever be practical. Later, when the shape of the eyes, the shape of the eyebrows, the shape of the nose, the size of the nose, the mouth, when they come in, it will direct them or to direct you to which side or the degree or the properties or the qualities of the practicality, extending your energy towards that laborious area of the hands-on whatever we are talking about here. Someone will be having a square face but with a different eye shape, will divide your behavior and mine. It will differentiate it. It will draw a clear contrast between you and myself. Although we both have square faces, yes.
Okay. So that's the square faces.
Square faces. They are practical. They are slow to respond to change.
They work hard.
They work hard, very, very hard.
Cleaning.
And
everything.
So you out there, don't tell me that once you have a square face, when you are offered a job to become the human resource manager of a company, you not do it. You go and tell the CEO that you have a square face.
So I'll do cleaning.
No.
Okay, so that's the physical aspects. Let's move to the triangular faces.
Triangular faces. We call it the fiery faces. Fire is courageous. It is out of fire that strength comes from. Sincerity. Impulsive. Mention but a few. Negative. Bragging. Argumentative. Yes. Whoa. Yeah. Argumentative. They are also very strong. They are never afraid of anything. They are popular, but they are harsh and quick with temper.
The fire signs.
Fire signs. Let me take one side. Bragging. People with triangular head, narrow upper part, wider lower. Bragging. One of their negative features, but they are very courageous by nature. They also suffer, but it is not more than that of those with square faces. It deals with wandering. Wandering means moving from one place to another. It's not easy, but they are very eloquent, very courageous by nature. So you can be a lawyer with a triangular head or triangular face, and you'll be very eloquent by nature.
But let me ask this quick question. Do ladies also have this triangular head?
Oh yes, but because of their hairdo and because of their artificial hairs, some heads are hidden under the wigs. if, assuming our culture demands that before every man marries a woman, pay her bride price, the woman must shave Sakura. Many people would have aborted their bride price because you see different heads under those artificial hairs. So women also have these heads. Yeah. Oh, chunk of them outside there.
Yeah.
Every face everywhere, irrespective of your gender. So I don't have a triangular face. Mine is a long face. We'll come and talk about it.
Okay.
Okay, moving on to circular face.
Okay.
As the face of air. Food is the most important thing. Anyone with a circular face or a round face is a food yen.
Okay. And that's the air faces, right?
Faces. Okay. They like food. Very, very well. To the highest degree. They never joke with their foods. They are very they are very gentle by nature and they are reliable. Give them a task to perform. They will do it to perfection. Anything round is connected to air. One day when we come to talk about the forehead, we will talk about people with round forehead. And you see how intelligent such people and how friendly people with round foreheads.
Let me check mine. Oh, okay. I'm having a
Yours is not round forehead.
I'm having a round forehead.
Yours is known as straight forehead.
Okay.
Someone may have a square face, but the forehead may be sloping. Someone may have a square face, but the forehead will be round. Someone may have a square face, but the forehead will be straight.
Okay. And what's Bet's eyes on?
Bet's eyes is balanced forehead.
Are you sure?
Balanced forehead.
It's rectangular.
People with straight forehead are slow. And people with slopy forehead, they rush in their decision making. But today we didn't come to the forehead.
Yes.
So round faces are also wondrous. But they are naturally food lovers and they are unpredictable, changeable in their character.
The round faces, okay.
Round faces. A woman with a round face is secretive. Even among the crowd, when people are talking, it's as if they are not part of the multitude. It's as if they are not part of the discussion. But they perfectly understand what you are talking about. When you try to go into details, they become lost away. Air is the element of freedom, and such people are freedom lovers too. It's not bad to befriend someone with an air face. It's good to be with them, just that they are changeable and constantly swing their moods. When the round comes to someone's nose, that features will be seen over there. Anything round is exactly what I'm talking about with you. Whether it appears on the nose, when you stand on the person's side, someone's chin may be round. Yes.
I see. Okay, so what are some of the objects to affiliate with these behaviors?
Bowl.
Okay.
Bowl normally is round or plates.
For
that
food?
Is why they like food, yes.
Okay.
That's why they like food.
Okay.
That's why they love food.
Okay.
There are some things I cannot talk about on air.
Yeah.
But later, I'll present my article on all these things. Take my time to detail it for you to perfectly comprehend.
I see. That's nice. We can't wait. So water, that's the
Water.
upper, what is it? Upper triangle?
Upper wider, lower narrow.
Yes, that's the water.
They are naturally haughty, proud. In Akan, we say, they are very quick-tempered. Yes.
I thought water is actually calm.
Water is calm, but it is the most emotional among all, because water represents the soul.
Okay.
Among the fourfold body, water represents the astral body or soul. In the macrocosm, it's known as the astral plane. They are very bossy as well, and with uncontrolled temper. They also become easily wounded in their feelings. It's oversensitiveness. And normally face repressions. They have past repressions. Things that are very elusive for them to let go. Fate. It's as if has made such people walk on the face of the earth alone. Because 99.9% of them are single, and if they find themselves attached to someone, they feel uncomfortable.
They feel uncomfortable.
But their lives are connected to the public face. When you see them in the church or wherever, they play a very, very important role on people. But they also have the tendencies of, they love change, and they also constantly change wherever they are. Their position, they change. Resilience, they bounce back. Then they leave there and go somewhere else again. They don't live at one place forever or for long. You see them among this group. Within the next period of time, he or she will be found somewhere. They also reach at the highest apices of life. Not all of them do. A few. But theirs is public too.
Okay.
When they become angry, they use harsh words.
That's the water signs.
Water.
Okay.
Oversensitiveness. Easily happy, easily sad. Females of that sort are unpredictable. You see them quiet among the crowd like Libra bones. Libra bones, especially with the females, will always be quiet among the crowd. They never contribute among the crowd, as if they are not part. It's similar to those people that have the dog-like face or the water face with upper, wider, and lower. That's the lower jaw, which is narrower.
Okay. What are some of the shapes?
The shapes, like the dog.
Okay. Dog.
Like the dog.
Okay.
They are only friendly to those they know. But they don't easily make friends with people they have met for the first time.
Okay.
Generally, they are liked by all. But within the group they have been appointed, the few they have been appointed among the multitude, they have enemies because they are critical in their thoughts. They have their own rules and regulations. Let me say they are unconventional by nature. Have their own principles, and their principles normally don't match with the general principles within a particular parameters.
Okay.
So that's how it is.
Thank you very much, Dr. Paakwesi, the African philosopher. This is where we draw the curtains to today's episode on one-on-one show with Dr. Paakwesi on facial reading. Comment, like, and subscribe to our channels. My name is Jennifer Yara, and I was here with Dr. Paakwesi, the African philosopher. See you on our next episode.